This video is going to talk about our culture. Spirituality is our culture as a human race. Not only are we an extension of the divine prophetic, the seed that was planted in those white workers as the fallen angels came down was not just a figment of our imagination. It was a global event. It compelled thousands and thousands of years of human development. Archaeologically, a complete break from what once was into a complete genesis of a new world through the new life of the new creatures that were created. Spirituality is not something where it's an option there. The option is from the perversion of the mind. And as we see, perversion led to the fall of the descendants of the fallen angels. Adam and Eve couldn't have been kicked out of the Garden of Eden if they didn't already have something in them that was perverted. Anti-spirituality. I don't want to listen to what the Lord said. I want to do, as a matter of fact, my fleshly, my natural side of my nature just says that there's something more than this. So it has led millions and billions of people not only into death and into trauma and trial, struggles, the worst of the worst. It has led all these people out of the pathway of their own ascension. All that we can be concerned about is what is happening right now in our reality. If we could figure out how to manage what we have going on right now, a lot of us would be a lot better off instead of looking at someone else and saying, well, why are they doing something and they're getting away with it and they're receiving this and I'm not? The comparison and the contrasting, that is an easy way to take you off of your spiritual path. You could be asking instead, what type of things am I supposed to be doing in this life that I'm living? What am I supposed to be doing? Not just what I want to or what I think is a good idea. What should I be doing? And from the spiritual perspective, I'm not talking about, I don't want to do anything that is a mixture. I don't want to do anything in my life that is a combination of some type of deal where it's half and half, where it's mixed up like this, and I have to honor this and honor that, and I have to consider all the sides to it. That right there is perversion. When you have to consider multiple sides of a story, that means there's not a clear story. And you're the one in the middle refereeing it because there's something wrong with that. It should be one idea, one direction, one concept. And if you get confused and things start to conjunct around you, you just hold your hand and let the lies fall off of you. Because these are spirits pulling you. And if you follow, and your instincts are not good, you should be stopping and pausing all the time. Because what it's doing is calibrating you into the right path that you should be taking in life. Soon, when the lift comes, when the great conjunctions come in your life, and they'll come several times, this is a part of why you're making progress in the first place, is to get to the conjunction. And these conjunctions, they are aligned with your future because we live in a multiverse. A multiverse is like a spiral sliced ham. Every moment of your life is one piece of that spiral sliced ham. So as you go through on the way to your next job, you're changing. Every change, because we're not linear. You don't take your old self, your old college degree, your old job experience, your old haircut, your old contact lenses, your old outfits and wardrobe with you straight to the new destiny. What it is you have to go through every piece of the spiral sliced ham until you get all the way to the end of it. And that's when it starts, the ham completely starts over again, but it's a new ham. And that's the part, the crossing over I was referencing. So don't see every day as a continuation of yesterday. Every day is a completely new day. And every moment of that day is completely new. And every moment is completely new that you go through and you transverse, because you have multiple thoughts that go through your mind. So those thoughts and those ideas, when you prove yourself, you show yourself approved by the decisions that you make day to day. The Lord, He knows what you're in. He knows what you're into, and He knows where you're supposed to be. There are certain things you do have to claim, but the process of receiving them is going to be in His timing. So you can put things together. This is why people say, oh, this is so rational. This website, I see these options are so rational. It's because this is the life that you're going to live in reality, not in fantasy, not in some kind of game where someone says, hey, do you want $1 million? I'll give it to you if you just come to this party and do all these different weird things with your body. If you take all these different types of drugs and substances into your body, I'll make you a multimillionaire. Can you handle it? That's not what I'm about. That's not what I do. And that's not what we do. What we do is receive what we're meant to receive. And if you have an inkling inside of you that something on the website is saying to you, this is who I want to be, this is what I want to become, this is what I'm going to need as a part of my personality profile, this is what I'm going to need as a part of my emotional profile, because I'm noticing that I'm having anxiety in this thing. I'm a little depressed when these type of things happen to me. Knock that stuff out. So what happens when you knock those things out and your personality changes? What happens is you start to be able to get onto the right track, and the right track starts to receive you. You start to notice subtleties and things that you're able to handle, things you're able to receive, things that that turn you on like a light. And those things, they become a part of my personality profile. So this is what is natural to me, is to not have anxiety, is to not have depression, to not have schizophrenia and thinking everyone is after me, to not reminisce on all the trauma that I've had and watch those things shut me down so that my whole days and 24 hours a day is completely wasted. That's not what He called you for. So you're getting those things to add to the personality profile. The way that you walk, the way you talk, the way you wear your clothing, the way that you attract different types of people and how you deal with them and negotiate space with them. You negotiate conversation and concepts with them. The people that stay with you, the people that support you, the people that start to elevate you, the people that start to become a part of your strengthening process in the positive. See, we don't do negative strength. I do have a ritual that is I believe it's a negative confrontation. So you can test yourself and see, what do I want to get out of this? Because see, when you got that negativity and you basically are confronting it, now you're going to confront more. So that ritual is kind of like a Freudian ritual where it allows you to receive the negative context. And when you get tired of it, you start really working hard, big, and your body starts busting through the confrontation so big that by the end of the year, you'll realize, I'm looking for confrontation in my life because I don't want it to be there. So things work out faster for you. So everyone gets what is destined for them. What is calling them through the shop is going to be different. This is our process. Spirituality is our lifestyle. When you sit down at a table and you say grace, we've become a culture. We've become so. It's ironic that we've become hand to mouth. We've become hand to mouth as a society, but we also at the same time don't bless what we actually have received. So the blessing of what you've received is key in the part of you keeping what you've been able to receive. Not the process of the in and out and receiving and every day. And you have this mindset when you go to a corporate job, working with a huge company, making six figures, big money. You're sitting in an office and you're so accustomed to the Titanic and the tables and chairs being moved around. You don't even set up pictures in your office. You don't even try to get set up and put roots in, because the concept of you being too comfortable in your position might arouse someone in anger to come and try to unseat you out of your own office. That's when you know that you're in a deal that is a negative deal. That's not what we do here. We create the deal so that the spirit realm gets you into that office and no one can take you out of it. Right. All the way up there, no one can take you out of it because you're working in a positive deal, not a negative, not a dual authorities deal. That's too much. I do know the difference. And this is, of course, for the internet. This is, of course, for YouTube. But many of you who've been following along, if you've been reading the ritual descriptions, you know what you have. You've put together your ritual book. You know what is on you. You've seen the results. You've seen the reaction. What has happened for you. You know what's possible. You're definitely one of the wise ones. You're definitely receiving confirmation in this video of a higher level of understanding. We do have people who believe that ritual, wanting to will things into existence, they consider something like that to want more, to want something that doesn't come through linear means like, 2 to 5 years experience type of means, 1 to 3 years of dating experience. They have this very linear, very logical way of looking at things. And anything outside of that, they feel like it's not necessary, because if I just go through 1 to 3 years of dating this guy, we're going to get married and then we're going to move in together and then we're going to do this. And so we have these big plans and we end up falling on our face, or we end up getting into a 1 to 3 year deal with whatever we were doing. And then we come to find out that the person has so much more going on than we can even shake a stick at. So we're just basically biding the time so we can try to make things happy enough so we can just make it till tomorrow. Is that the way that you want to live? Or is the deal so intense that literally, if you were to turn around and let go of a deal that you signed up for, are you afraid that it just might kill you to have put in as much effort as you did and then to have it fall apart? Because the whole time you've just been fighting with one hand tied behind your back. And you say, well, I'm tough enough to fight with one hand behind my back. But what if you had both hands free and let the matrix and the spirit realm control the whole thing? So you just simply walk into these things. Now your mind is free, unencumbered. You're able to contribute to the situation. You're able to identify positive things that are beneficial, things that actually help to rewire and to reroute things in the right way so that things are successful, things are sustainable in the situation. It could be professional, it could be romantic, it could be in anything, in your children's lives. How do you do these things? It is our culture that we appeal to the higher authority. But what do you do when you have a group of people or a culture of people who say, I know how to pray and I love the Lord, but everything they touch turns to crap? Could it be that they're being maybe something is allowed to be put on them in a negative that's making their life negative like this? Because when you want to talk about, oh, these people are blessed. I'm blessed in the city, I'm blessed in the field. Why is it that everything you touch in the city and the field is corruptible and falls apart? And it's to the point where you don't even want to put anything together because you already know in your spirit that it will collapse. Something has been put on you. And the only way to get it off is what I've been taught. I'm the only one in the world. Praise God. Hallelujah. I'm the only one in the world that He's decided to put the right weapon in my hand to be able to do what you've always wanted. In the ascension, on the side of the ascension, to receive actually what you've been prophesied to receive. This is an amazing idea when you have people who are only halfway blessed. Only halfway blessed. And they dare not say fully blessed, yes, lest it blow up in their face. That's what I'm talking about. People that know they're over there out in somewhere, but they've been taught to fear this. They've been taught to fear divining rituals. And you should have been fearful up until this website came open. Because anything you get from those websites is going to drag you into the undertow. And you will not get out. Because see, what they've got is something that's perverted. It's backwards. Now the spirit realm has proven even the highest of the high can be put under the jail. How can that be when everybody is in agreement? Everybody says yay to that person. They've even put their own little witchcraft on it to make sure that it works, right? So why is it that it's not working? Is it possible he can or they can get their money back from what they did, right? Or are they just going to be in a situation where they really just don't know? So they have to go through the whole process of going all the way down, not just only down, but down and out. Our spirituality as a global community of divine beings is that our spirituality, this is our culture. And on the side of the ascension that has been sanctioned by the Creator Himself, He has led to the creation of this entire website, this YouTube, the Quora, all these pages, all these hundreds and hundreds and thousands of hours of human labor into the unknown, into data points that are so far beyond, into Dreams International, into all these different things that are coming to fruition, into amazing amusement parks, land, money, thousands and thousands of dollars. This is crazy. I couldn't have possibly even imagined something like this. All I want to do, I mean, as a human being, just like anyone else, is to improve myself, have a better opportunity. But I certainly wouldn't put any stock into spirituality. I thought it was all just for me. He said, no, I had to do all this with you so that you'll be able to offer it to other people. But I didn't know. So I'm glad that you guys are sharing our journey. Just know that if you check out our website, read the descriptions. Ask yourself, is this real or not? Don't ask yourself, is this going to mess with what I have going on? Because see, as long as you keep hiding, you can hide yourself all the way into the grave. I believe that that's what people do. They hide so much, they keep burying stuff inside of them. Let's bury this down. Let's bury the situation with my marriage, bury the stuff with my kids, bury the stuff within my job, bury the stuff in the community, who I really am, bury the stuff who I really am in the church, and all these different things. Bury all the things that I try to cross promote and try to uh, make this into some kind of thing where I'm helping people. Bury all this stuff down. That is failure, and that's just keep putting on a face. That to me sounds like the type of death that people earn their way into. This website, psychicunderlord.shop and psychicunderlord.com, is not for you to hide your face up into the grave. It is for you to become who you're destined to be and to embody every aspect of divinity that supports your ritual objectives. Nothing can take it off. Nothing can come against it. The only thing that can happen is that your life can change positively. You will improve your life. You'll improve your marriage, your relationships, your friendships, your sexuality, your relationships with food, your relationships with your health, your relationships with every aspect that people are paying thousands and millions of dollars for. Even Steve Jobs couldn't pay for somebody to take care of him. All these people are passing away, dropping like flies. What is their life worth? They've given so much in the form of exposure. But what does their exposure mean to you? It means that something is possible for you. The next step is possible for you at psychicunderlord.shop.